What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to Julio Jones' best career catches. All that and much more coming your way right now! Hey Trash Talkers, it's Mike here. Over 93% of you who view our show each and every day are not subscribed to the channel. If you could hit that red subscribe button, it would help us out tremendously, and it is completely free for you guys. If you want to stay up to date with our daily content, then click that bell icon and you will be notified every time we go live. Nick and I both really appreciate you subscribing to the channel, and we can't wait to keep making more daily content for you. All right, Nick, in today's video, we're going to react to Julio Jones' best catches of his career. I'm really excited to get started. Let's see what you got. All right,
Okay.
looks like Julio's on the right side, and then Matt Ryan. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we see right here, Julio Jones absolutely goes up for this ball, and he has the separation on the corner, right? Jeremy Lane's playing a little bit back, and we see Julio go up for this ball, but his wherewithal to actually get his feet in bounds is extremely good because you've got Bradley McDougald also coming over to help with Jeremy Lane, and Jeremy Lane does a really good job of pushing him out, but Julio Jones' ability to toe tap right here is just unreal. And we'll see on the replay just how incredible this is because there aren't many wide receivers in the NFL that can do this.
I mean, one thing to note is that this is going to be a constant with Julio.
Boom. 1 foot and 2 feet right there. As he's falling down, he even put a chair underneath this guy. I mean, Jeremy Lane, Bradley McDougald, absolutely doing everything. Refs in perfect position. Where are the refs? Where are these refs in today's NFL? Come on, we need these.
Give them a promotion.
But no, this is unreal. Julio Jones did a great job here.
Julio Jones makes an absolutely incredible catch, and not only does he hold on to the ball, but like you said, he has the wherewithal to get both feet in bounds while he's got two defenders draped all over him, pushing him out. Absolutely incredible. One of the best that we've seen in our lifetime. All right, well, we got Julio Jones one-on-one at the bottom of the screen with Janoris Jenkins, and it looks like it's a goal line play meant to, take advantage of this one-on-one play. Janoris Jenkins obviously a bit smaller. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, one thing I just want to point out is you could see as the play is snapped, you see the inside guards pushing inside, making everybody else on the line think this is a run play to Devontae Freeman, leaving Janoris Jenkins and Julio Jones absolutely wide open. This safety, who's supposed to help over the top, recognizes these guys crashing in, so he goes to help with the run, leaving this an absolute island for Julio Jones to work.
Let's see this. Oh,
that is just
absolutely
unreal.
He mosses him. He absolutely just yoinks the ball over Janoris Jenkins' head. Let's watch it on the replay. Julio Jones just steals that ball off his head and says, "You are not getting that ball away from me today," especially in a rivalry game, a divisional game. The Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints. This is one of those things. This is one of those games where you know that there was a lot on the line. There was something that needed to be proven, and Julio Jones was the difference maker in this one. All right, so it looks like Julio Jones is at the top of the screen. It looks like they're in bunch formation that also replicated on the opposite side. And then Julio Jones splits the zone defense and absolutely toe taps his way. Now, I want to point something out here. Look at this. On the replay, I want you to look at this. Julio Jones is going to turn his body in the air to get square with the ball. Watch, 90-degree turn. And look at that. He just gets square with the ball in order to topple over Wilson to get that ball away from the defender. That's absolutely incredible.
And Wilson does a great job here leaping from his position to get to Julio Jones, making it that much harder. And Julio now has to adjust, catching the ball over the head of Wilson. that just makes it much harder. But Julio has some of the best hands we've ever seen in the NFL, and you're going to see that throughout this video, just how good his hands are. This guy is absolutely unreal.
Julio Jones makes it common practice to catch the ball away from his body.
Oh, yeah.
And as you'll see, look at how he turns in the air like this. Look at where his legs end up being from where they started. 90 degrees, maybe closer to 180. All right, now we got Julio Jones at the top of the screen. He's in one-on-one coverage. It looks like the Saints are in a formation to stop the run. The Falcons have a fullback in line. They're ready for a run play. Let's see what Julio Jones can do against one-on-one coverage with the Saints corner. All right, Matt Ryan he knows automatically. This is a go route. Oh my God, Julio goes up and just snatches it.
That's a moss. That's a moss if I've ever seen one.
Greer had no shot at this ball whatsoever. I mean, just Julio Jones recognized it, and it's a go route. He knows from the moment it happens, the ball snapped, and Julio just absolutely sprints out. You see Greer, you see Roman Harper. They're doing everything they can, but Julio Jones is just such a physical specimen that he's going to jump up and grab this ball over any defender.
And you would think that a division rival, a team that knows him pretty well, should know not to put this guy on an island with a corner. You need to have a safety over the top to help with Julio every single time. This is going to happen 9 out of 10 times. I don't know why they're taking a risk here, but it doesn't pan out for the Saints, and Julio Jones completely takes advantage of it.
I just want to point something out. We're reacting to this, years later, but the cheerleader on the right, she knows the spectacular that she understands the greatness that she is witnessing, and Julio Jones making such a spectacular catch. She knows and understands. I give her props because that's how I feel every time I watch this guy play. All right, so now we got 2nd and 9. Julio Jones is actually at the bottom of the screen, covered by the ESPN graphic here, but you'll see him later on in the play. Let's roll this film and see what we got from Julio.
And this is a prime example of why you cannot ever play off of Julio Jones like that. If he's running through your zone, you got to make your best effort to get to him as soon as possible, because Matt Ryan has a laser, and he proves it right here, throwing it to Julio Jones.
Houston 32, the safety. He is not sprinting over. He is not doing his job coming in to help. And he's leaving Houston, the corner, number 23 here, on an island against the physically dominant specimen that is Julio Jones. Jones coming off a laser from Matt Ryan. I mean, this is perfect, just A-B catching, right? This is pitch and catch at its core. And Julio Jones, he's, like I said before, he is the best at toe dragging in the end zone or on the sidelines, making sure that he gets both feet in bounds at all times. All right, on this play, we got Julio Jones kind of sitting here at the bottom of the screen. He's in one-on-one coverage. Looks like man coverage across the board. Let's see what Matt Ryan looks for here. So this is the
look at the separation.
Game.
Definitely.
He definitely didn't want to be burned. Oh, my God, and it didn't matter. It absolutely didn't matter, because even if he didn't want to get burned, Julio Jones was going to go up and grab that ball. It's like he's climbing a ladder when he goes up for these balls. I mean, Brown really had no chance at this ball whatsoever. We're going to see here, no push-off, absolutely just dominates with his physical size. I mean, he simply just goes up and out-muscles the defender for this ball.
And then his ability to get the second foot in bounds. He looks down, he knows exactly where that white line is, and makes sure to get that second foot down. His awareness is off the charts.
And then he drags the left foot for just to make sure that there's no question that 2-3 feet were in bounds. Just watch this pitch and catch with Matt Ryan. Nice pump fake from Ryan, and then all of a sudden,
there's nothing 25 could do.
He's left on an island. Julio Jones,
same thing here.
Woo! Absolutely incredible. And you know what?
Another goal line fade.
There's nothing a corner can do. Again, another beautiful ball by Ryan, putting in back shoulder for him to turn around. And one thing I want to note here, I said it in the last play, but this one too, Julio Jones is not pushing off. Some of these receivers make it a habit to push off, and they're going to be 50-50 on whether the ref is willing to throw that flag or not. Julio Jones is not taking that chance, and that's coming from that Alabama, that, Nick Saban thinking of, we are not taking penalties, we are not doing anything here. He knows he has the size on this corner. He's going to use that size to his advantage the best way he knows how within the confines of the rules.
And he has one of the easiest times opening up his hips. That's why he doesn't need to push off, because he can create separation without even having to do that. He can easily just open up his hips, turn himself into the ball, and make that catch. He knows he can catch the ball away from his body. He knows that the corner won't be able to do anything to stop him, and he just proves it right here with this catch. Absolutely beautiful. Again with the 2 feet inbounds, the tippy toe right there. His toe drag swag is absolutely ridiculous.
Julio is just on a different level. All right, I remember watching this game live. Julio Jones is on single coverage on the right side of the screen. You're going to see him matched up with Malcolm Butler. Just a quick pitch and catch. And Malcolm Butler, he tries to undercut it, but again, Julio Jones, 6'3". This man rips the ball away from Malcolm Butler, cutting through all this fog that you're seeing. But guess what? Didn't matter. Julio Jones is ripping this ball away from Malcolm Butler right off of his helmet. I mean, look at this.
This is crazy.
They both have hands on it, and Julio's already on the ground. Malcolm's still trying to figure out where the ground is at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the problem with undersized corner. This is why we see a lot of corners these days. They're 6'1", they're 6'2". They have to be able to cover guys like Julio Jones, because this size is becoming more and more prevalent at the wide receiver position, and we're seeing small corners like Malcolm Butler getting burned more and more often. So Malcolm Butler could not be in better position to do anything against this ball, but Julio Jones is just too strong, he's too tall, and he just rips it right out of Malcolm Butler's. That is perfection.
And Matt Ryan put it in a perfect spot, because Malcolm Butler is just short enough where he can't get enough muscle to hold on to this ball, but Julio can. All right, so we got Julio streaking on the left side. Let's see where he's on one-on-one coverage yet again. You think defenses would have learned by now, especially in a 31-7 ball game, if you look at the score on the top left. But Julio Jones one-on-one again. Let's see what Matt Ryan has in store for us today. Okay, a little play action. Moves up in the pocket, and oh my goodness.
Oh.
What?
Wow.
Julio Jones is getting absolutely obliterated on this play and still holds on for the catch. And if I'm not mistaken,
yeah, Aaron Rodgers is like, well, where's my wide receiver doing this?
He got hit before the ball got there. This is a penalty. He got hit before the ball the ball just got there, and he's almost parallel with the ground. He's getting hit before hit.
He's hit.
Where the hit is.
That is contact. That is 100% illegal, and he just finesses his way through this.
He stays in there and says, "You know what? This ball is mine." Brings it in. That's one of the fastest, just ball caught, bringing it in that I've ever seen. And then you have the linebacker coming in to try to knock that ball away. That's a tough hit that he's got on his neck. Hopefully he was okay and he was fine. I know, he's recovered from that, but wow. Julio Jones making an absolutely incredible play here. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Catching out on the side of his body like that too.
And holding on to the ball. Look, that ball doesn't move.
It doesn't
Not
move.
an inch. Okay, here we are. We got Julio Jones right in the middle of the field right now. Against the Colts again, another zone defense by the Colts, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He splits 3 defenders, including Bob Sanders, for this touchdown. Absolutely incredible. And, I'm saying Bob Sanders and Julio Jones has long hair. This was his rookie year, but it doesn't matter because this was his first. Look at this.
Look at this. This is unreal. Wow. He's got a knee on the ground.
Yep.
And he's still contesting this catch. 41 is taken out of the picture. 21 still behind. But Julio still got his eyes on this ball, ready to make the catch. He doesn't care if he's got a knee on the ground. I mean, he's got a knee on the ground. He's almost the height of 21. It's kind of weird. And
the funny part is this was his first touchdown in the NFL. This is how you know this guy was going to be special, because this is the play that he's making for his first touchdown in the pros against the Colts, beating triple coverage. Bob Sanders draped all over him, and he maneuvers his body in a way that he's going to be able to catch this ball. Roll the film and watch this ball come in right over Sanders' arms. and then Julio cradles it right into the end zone. Absolutely insane. What Julio Jones can do, just diving for a ball, is absolute. Like, it can't be replicated. It cannot be replicated. So, wow. I just I don't know.
There's nothing you could do there too. As a defender, there really is nothing else you can do besides be exactly where the ball is going to be, and you can't predict that. Julio Jones just makes an unreal catch that everybody thought at first that hit the ground, and then you got to just see, wow, this kid was going to be special at that moment.
So here we see Julio Jones. He's lined up one-on-one yet again, but this time with a very capable corner in Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie during his tenure with the New York Giants. Let's see what Julio Jones does here. Okay, he's out of the screen. Matt Ryan, absolute bullet.
Ooh.
Whoa. Okay, so Cromartie wasn't even in the play as he was trying to not get burned by Julio. It looks like Brandon Merriweather, the safety, comes over here. Oh my goodness.
What?
What is
Hold on.
doing?
He's extending his arms all the way out here just to protect 22 from intercepting this ball, and somehow has the wherewithal to bring it into his own body? What?
Look at how he looks in the air. I mean, he's got body parts everywhere. He stabbed it with one hand. One hand. Everybody thought Odell was the best one-handed catcher. I'll put this catch up against that one any day because he just stabs it right out of the air over the defender. Oh my God, Julio Jones is on a different level. And you know what? He almost drops it, but guess what? He uses the defender's leg to actually help him. All right, so now this is earlier in the same game. We have Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie one-on-one lined up with Julio Jones. Let's see if this is going to foreshadow what we just witnessed. Julio Jones.
What?
Oh,
what?
The man just stabbed it out of the air. It's like it didn't even exist. It was part of his body. All he did was throw a hand up, and it was like a magnet straight to his hand. Let's watch this. Let's watch this quickly. Okay. Oh my, look at that. Look at where the ball is. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie absolutely believes that he is going to have a shot at this interception. Julio Jones has other plans as he just shoves his hand out there and hopes for the best, ends up making an incredible catch, arguably one of the best catches that I've seen in his career.
That is definitely up there. I mean, not many people can catch this ball with their dominant hand, let alone their left hand. I mean, Julio Jones just putting on an absolute show against the Giants in back-to-back clips. I mean, is there anything this man can't do? Really? Is there?
It's absolutely incredible, and Julio Jones is putting on a show, as we've seen so far. Now we're getting into the weeds. We're getting into everything that we know Julio Jones from, the top three. Let's see what else this man has in store for us. All right, so this is in the Super Bowl. If you guys weren't witnesses to the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, watch Julio Jones on the bottom of this screen. Eric Rowe is going to have some of the best coverage I've ever seen him play, and it's not going to matter. That's how dominant Julio Jones is. And, oh my goodness, right on the sideline, Julio Jones not only catches this ball, knows where he is to get his foot in, but then stabs the second foot on the sidelines to make sure that in some of the biggest moments, he's doing everything he can to secure a victory in the Super Bowl for his team.
Look at this angle.
Oh my God.
Look at this angle. His ability to get 2 feet down while he's a half a second away from hitting the ground. It's just unreal. His awareness of the sideline and where his feet are. He just knows no matter what, as soon as the ball hits my hands, get those 2 feet down, point those toes, and just make sure they're hitting as far inside the field as possible because he knows how close the sideline is. He doesn't care about face planting into the ground because he knows he has this ball. He knows he's not letting it go. He just needs to make sure these 2 feet are down.
And like I said, Eric Rowe couldn't have played better coverage there. The only thing he could have done different is grown 2 or 3 inches because, I mean, he was in prime position to knock this ball away. He just wasn't tall enough. Look at the coverage that he has on Julio. Right there. Look at this.
That is
Look at where Eric Rowe is. He is in prime position to pick this ball off, but he cannot get to where it is. Julio Jones, the bigger, stronger, taller, athletic wide receiver, just absolutely dominates over him. Okay, so now we got Julio Jones in a much older clip, but going against the New York Jets when Antonio Cromartie was still there. So Antonio Cromartie, one-on-one coverage with Julio Jones at the bottom of the screen. Let's see what we got here. All right, Matt Ryan. Okay, he's looking for him. It seems like a go route. Oh my goodness.
wow.
Oh my goodness. He just fended off one of the best corners in NFL history with his dominant arm, and then caught it with his offhand with a one-handed cradle catch while being dragged to the ground. I mean, this man is something different. He is built different, and you can't tell me differently. I mean, you're talking about Antonio Cromartie, one of the best corners that we've ever seen in the NFL. This guy has perfect coverage, except for the fact that, maybe he's pulling him down a little bit and he got caught. But it doesn't matter. He's doing everything in his power to make sure Julio can't catch this ball. Doesn't matter. It's Julio Jones. He's catching this ball. And he makes sure he does. With his offhand, he cradles this ball. Look at his right arm. Look at his right arm fending off Antonio Cromartie trying to pull him down. There's nothing more Antonio Cromartie could have done here. And Julio Jones just said, yeah, nah, I'm good. This is my ball.
At this point, I don't think Julio Jones has a non-dominant hand. Both his hands are as dominant as the other. It doesn't matter. You can take away one. If this guy had one arm, he would still be an elite wide receiver in the NFL. It's just...
He's incredible. Yeah, Antonio Cromartie, man, great career, but Julio Jones definitely got the better of you on this one. And, on Monday Night Football, no less, Julio Jones balled out for the national audience because he knew what was up against him. All right, so this is the number one Julio Jones catch in his career. Let's take a look here. We got Julio Jones in the middle of the field. It looks like a zone defense, possibly a man. It depends on how it breaks down, but right now we have two safeties high. You can see Luke Kuechly's kind of playing off in the middle of the field. Obviously, it's 5 wide, so there's no threat of a run. There's definitely coverage here. It's 3rd and 13. They got to hike this ball. Julio Jones in the middle of the field. Okay, it looks like a deep crosser. Matt Ryan just pointed. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Julio Jones. What are you doing, my guy? Okay, let's break down this play, because what did I just witness?
You just witnessed Luke Kuechly's career get ended.
Okay, all right, so Luke Kuechly on the underneath coverage. He's got the safety over the top. The safety. Okay, all right, we're going to get a different angle. Julio, this is Matt Ryan making...
And this is on the redirection, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at where he catches this ball.
The safety actually gets tossed to the ground by Julio. Then Luke Kuechly tries to break it up. He mosses Luke Kuechly, one of the best linebackers that we have seen in the 21st century. Maybe the best linebacker we've seen in the 21st century. And he mosses this guy. Okay, now let's roll it. Mosses him, stays upright, and sprints into the end zone. What are we talking about here? I mean... I don't think it needs to be said, but Julio Jones, in my mind, is a surefire Hall of Famer. What this guy can do with a football, what he does on a football field, makes people look silly, makes future Hall of Famers look silly. That this guy is outright one of the best players in the NFL, even in current day NFL. Julio Jones is still one of the best, and I know with everything that's going on, he may get traded, he may not, but either way, Julio Jones... These are the types of plays you get when you have a Julio Jones on your roster. That's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.